Hello and welcome to another modern stream. Today we're going to be trying out a pretty interesting brew. So this deck is built around Gretchen Teach Willow. You're going to remember Gretchen from Amulet Memeness. And 2 mana, 0/4 legendary creature, and you can pay 2 blue-green to draw a card and put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. When we combine this with 2 Amulet of Vigors, what we get, boom! Semi-Growth Chamber. Infinite line drops, you draw your entire deck. So that's the combo. We can double down on that combo thanks to Training Grounds. Training Grounds for a single blue mana enchantment. Activate abilities of creatures you control cost up to 2 less to activate. This only can reduce the mana if that costs less than 1 mana. So for blue and green, now we have Amulet plus Training Grounds plus Gretchen plus Growth Chamber equals infinite land drops. So same deal. We draw our entire deck and do all this stuff. So pretty cool. Starting point. Next, we have the supporting cast. Number 1 is the Fairy, which is going to make it so our combo can be smoothly executed. We get Finale, so we can tutor for our disruptive pieces, or our combo pieces, I guess. We also have Walking Ballista, which works really well with Training Grounds, meaning that for 2 mana you get to put a counter on the Ballista, which is pretty solid. And then we have Reclaimer, which we can turn into 1 mana activations, which is pretty nice. And Reclaimer, of course, can go alongside Flagstones of Drokair, and it can go alongside Urza Saga. We can either use Saga for value, or we can use Saga in order to find our combo pieces in Amulet and stuff. We also have sort of a mid-range fair plan, of course, Titania. The one and only. So Titania can go ahead and win the game on her own, as we have proved multiple times in this very stream. And we can accompany Titania with Sewer Norv in order to completely just take over the game in a single turn, while gaining some life in the process, which is pretty solid. We also have Shadow Spear as a one-off tutor target for Saga that can allow us to grind a little bit. And Thassa's Oracle here is there as a way for us to win the game on the spot once we go off with Gretchen. There are a couple of interesting additions, like the one that might sound a little bit weird is the one of our Boreal Gracer. And the thing with our Boreal Gracer is the fact that once you start going off with Gretchen, let's say that we have a Training Grounds and an Amulet and the Bounce Land, okay? We start going off with Gretchen, and what this does is it makes it so, sure, you can draw your entire deck, but if you have already used your land drop, you can't actually get ahead on mana. So what this does, what the Gracer does, is once we're going off, eventually we're going to draw another copy of Amulet of Vigor, and we're going to draw another copy of Gracer. And we're going to draw the copy of Gracer, I mean. And at that point, we get to play, with the blue-green mana, we get to play the Amulet, and then we get to play the Gracer, so that we can actually net mana on that interaction. And from there, we actually, create enough mana to cast the Oracle and actually go for the win. So this is what we're going to be trying out today. Also, I guess Prismatic Ending for interactions. So there's that, because this card's great. So we're also playing this card. The sideboard includes Disputes and Flusterstorms as a way of interacting on the stack. We also have access to Veil of Summer, which can help us protect our combo both from counter magic and removal spells and discard spells. Raminap Excavator is here mostly as a grind option against decks like the control decks and stuff like that, or it's also possible to use Raminap against something like Tron, because we actually, since we have a tutor package with Elvish Reclaimer, we can put Ghost Quarter from the sideboard, and we can combo that with Raminap in order to stop a Tron opponent. Tireless Tracker as a card that we can bring in against grindy decks. Fairy Time Raveler copies 3 and 4 because cards busted. Piety Needle and Sogan Lantern as extra Saga targets for whenever these effects are good. And finally, an extra copy of Walking Ballista in against decks that have a bunch of X1s and whatnot. This is what we're going to be trying through a league. Hopefully it works out and is as fantastic as it promises to be. But yeah, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for round number 1. Alright, here we go. This hand's sick, right? Hell yeah, it's sick. Turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 Training Grounds into activate Reclaimer. Imagine that. Can we draw Splinter Twin? Let's just draw Splinter Twin. And enter this human AC Reclaimer of Flaxlands today is less gray. Exactly. Blood Vessel. Okay. Pass the turn. Blood Fountain, not Blood Vessel, sorry. Prismatic what? Another Blood Fountain, alright. It's a lot of artifacts you got over there, opponent. So they're playing some sort of Asmo deck, I assume. Just get Blackstones here. It's honestly just sad that Training Grounds doesn't help activate Urza Saga. It's just sad. Okay. Opponent's doing some stuff over there. I'm gonna activate Reclaimer this turn instead of activating Saga. If I had Vestige, I could do both, but I don't, so. Do you think there's a world where it could make sense to run Balustrade Spire Informant in the side versus Felcher, or is nobody on it? I mean, it's kind of hilarious. Seems like a fantastic meme. Seems a little bit narrow. Yeah, this card is ridiculously expensive in paper. Is less than a cent in MTGO. Actually less than a cent on MTGO, but it's like 40 bucks on paper. Triumph. Am I just getting Flagstones here? I think so. Gretchen? Okay, so we make a token. I can activate this sack here. Get another Saga into play. I don't think I'm going to play Gretchen this turn. I don't think I'm playing Gretchen this turn. Do I think Wizards is gonna hit something with ban this Monday? There's no ban announcement. Is there? Is there a banned announcement? I missed that. Opponent not cracking blood tokens. Okay. That means no Urza this turn. So next turn we win. Next turn we win. And there's nothing my opponent can do about it. I'm pretty sure there's nothing they can do about it. They could Pide Needle my Gretchen, I guess. If they could read my mind, or if they were ghosting, they could Pide Needle Gretchen. But removal doesn't do it. Oh, look at that. So let's make a token to threaten something that doesn't matter. I'm just doing this mostly because I have infinite mana, right? So the fact that I have infinity mana means that I can do this stuff. Note that I can go get another bounce land at instant speed with Reclaimer if I want to. Make mana! Whee! Do you happen to see a pattern with what's going on here, opponent, maybe? Well, that was delightful. That was delightful. Is the win con Ballista? We have Oracle and then we have Ballista with both. These are pretty interesting. I think Shadow Spear is gonna come out. Prismatic Ending's great. I think the Fairy's good. Maybe Cottage Training Grounds. They should have waited to see the win con. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it though. Like if they have asked me what's the win con, I would have answered. So Titania is okay. I don't think Ballista is very good, so I think we can probably cut one of those. Just doesn't kill anything. Andren, thank you for the follow. That's one thing that I hadn't thought about, which is when I'm sideboarding, like which land am I supposed to cut? When I bring in something like Bujuke Bog, right? Which land am I supposed to cut? I don't think it's a Saga. I mean, not in this matchup. I think the Fairy is pretty good. I really want to cut a land. I think I'm just gonna cut the Triumph. What is this lovely thing I'm looking at? That's a fantastic question. That is an absolutely fantastic question. Am I keeping this? I think I'm keeping this, right? Like, it's kind of weird, but it does a lot of what I want. Having the Bujuga Bog in hand is bad. Like, this is really, really bad to be here, but the rest of this hand is very, very good. Reclaimer off the top. Easy Reclaimer. This shows my opponent that I drew this as one of my draw steps. Also, it shows my opponent that I have terrible taste and I used the wrong copies, the wrong breeding pool art. Embarrassing. Truly embarrassing. So now we have a choice. Do we want to play around counter magic? Or do I just want to chill? Because what I can do is I can just pass, and next turn I can Teferi with backup. I think I'm going to Teferi right now. And they could have like a dispute or something, but if they don't... So let's bounce over there. And now next turn we can instant speed Finale, so we can put a Reclaimer into play at the end of my opponent's turn. What's up, Spike? Welcome everybody from Spike's stream. We are we're brewing today. We are brewing. Geo and Boar has Maker. Thank you for those follows. I do recommend you go ahead and you click !deck, cause yeah, you're in for a treat today. Pudo and Clapstorm Inc. Thank you for those follows as well. You are in for a treat here. Well, I love everything that's happening right now. So we get to complete, like, we have a guaranteed untap with Reclaimer at this point, which is fantastic. I don't think I want to suit an orb. I could also get rid of the cookbook, which I think I do. Yeah, I think I do get rid of the cookbook. I guess it depends on what my opponent does here, but like it's just very, very likely that I will. Well, I mean, I guess not now because my opponent can just spend 4 mana to get their Thought Monitor back. I think this is fine. 1, 2, 3. Well, here I just get to dispute plus get Reclaimer, which is just great, right? Prismatic ending on my Teferi. I think I really like this Teferi being in play. I think I really like this Teferi being in play. Now I'm gonna ending on end step. Temple Garden. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. All right. Thing is being done. The thing is being done. Is this an Urza? Okay, that's the best thing that could have happened for them. It's not that big of a deal, but it is literally the best thing that my opponent could have done here. So we're gonna finale on end step. And I think I'm finaleing for... I think I'm going finale for Reclaimer. Opponent lets me untap. What's up, Grego? How's it going? We're going to have an MTG live stream on Twitch. Any coverage? No. There's no coverage. Which is extremely sad, but it is the way that it is. I'm gonna play out the Suran Orb so that we can, if we want to, we can sack the Saga to gain life. I mean, it is sad, but it makes sense, right? Like, it's just not particularly great EV for like whoever it is that's doing the coverage, so it's sad, but it makes sense. Doing well. Having some fun today. Having some fun doing some brewing. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Put in place the land before spinning. Okay. Deck list looks bugged and incomplete. Wait, how's that? Oh, because I forgot to do it on... Alright, it should be good now. Go to Stream Decker. Opponent correctly takes the finale there. They weren't dead to the finale, but it would have been pretty good for me, let's say. Ending. This looks like an ending. I mean, I'm looking at the deck list right here. Cardboard Life doesn't work. Yeah, Cardboard Life has been buggy for me lately. Pity Needle is not here. Needle is gone. It's gone forever. One, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Ugh, so I'm gonna be short. I don't think I'm trading with the construct because my opponent can just use the Aether Spellbomb to bounce my thing. I'm gonna attack with 3 constructs next turn, and then I'm gonna make 2 more. Yeah, Amulet goes infinite with Gretchen. Flagstones plus sack for double sack activation. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Is my opponent not playing Asmo? There's no way they're not playing Asmo, right? We can go, depending on what we draw, we can go find Expedition Map in order to combo off with Gretchen. Interesting that they're tapping the Blood token. That actually kills a construct. Alright. It also kills the Suran Orb. Oh, you're right, Fear the Venom. Yeah, you're actually right. That's plus mana. 100% right. So depending on what they do here, make a token. Untap. Finale. Does Finale mean that we win? Let's think. We get an Amulet, we get Expedition Map. Use 2 mana to crack map. We get 1, 2... 1, 2... 3, 4, have 1 mana floating. I think this adds up. I think this is lethal. Expedition Map, crack map. Growth Chamber. Play this. I guess they can bounce the Gretchen. Yeah, I was also considering playing Summoner's Pact in this deck, but I think that Finale is just better. Yeah. So if we find an Amulet, I guess we win. It's not an Amulet. It's not bad though. It's not a bad top deck, I guess. It's not a bad top deck. Have you ever tried playing Soulflare in Modern? Not really. It's not my cup of tea. They have no way of interacting. They can interact next turn by replaying Spellbomb. So Daredevil can chomp. They could trade if they wanted to. But that means that they... Oh yeah, I'm definitely killing the Urza. 100%. That Urza is so dead. That's such a bad trade for them. That's a really, really bad trade for them. I'm surprised about that. Kappa T? Hell yeah. So, I mean, my opponent knows that if we untap, they are dead, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, that was not a good block from, from my opponent. Not the best block that I've ever seen. So they do replay the Spell Bomb. So I can put a lot of pressure here thanks to Titania. Or I think that what happened is my opponent threw the Urza because they have the Blood Fountain, so they thought that, you know, they were gonna be able to have enough time to accrue value there and get back the Urza and stuff, but that's just not true. They're the next turn, right? Yeah. Alright. Alright. First match. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. And they say Splinter Twin is banned in Modern. Anybody who says Splinter Twin is banned in Modern, they're not playing Modern the right way. You know what I'm saying? Is there infinite mana somewhere, or is Ballista just for value? The Ballista is just for value. Like, you're just playing Training Grounds, right? Training Grounds just works really, really well with Ballista. And even though there's not infinite mana, there's like ridiculously high amounts of mana, right? So even though it may not actually be infinite, there's still, you know. The price of Training Grounds is unreasonable. Like, unreasonably high. So this matchup seems pretty bad for us game one. We get a lot of tools post sideboard, but it seems really, really bad for us game one. We got a Reader. Should I play our Mana Leak here? I envision a counterspell in my future. Finale's Devastation is how much? You're kidding me. My opponent just cast Pact of Negation on my Elvish Reclaimer. I respect what my opponent's up to over there. I respect it so much. I mean, I guess technically we can still... No, we can't win here. Can we win here? Yeah, imagine just using one card to set up 10 power into play, you know? Real players use 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in order to set up 10 power into play on turn 2, you know? I think I like Veils. I think I like Fluster. I probably don't like Dispute. The Fairy does look nice though. Ballista seems medium. Endings do kill the tokens, which is probably okay. I don't think we're gonna be grinding down with Shadow Spear. Patrick Regan running, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we just won twice with the Gretchen combo. Big Primetime BB, thank you for that follow. Turn 1. So if I'm not mistaken, this is a turn 3 kill. How does Ballista fit in? Combos with Training Grounds. I guess if we find an amulet... No, we still don't win. Never mind. Play that. Really, really bad that we drew the Surun Orb there. For what's worth, we are drawing our entire deck next turn. But we can't generate mana because I cut the Gracer. I thought that we were going to be playing a grindy game, and I cut the Gracer. Mickey Crow with the 10 months of the Prime sub. Appreciate it, Mickey. Glad to see you here. So I think I'm killing that as opposed to going for it. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll follow cast more than. Because I can draw my entire deck, but I can't do anything with that, so... If my opponent has a Pact of Negation that they want to use, I'd much rather they use it here. On this Prismatic Ending that doesn't do anything. Okay. Here we go. Kill me, because you're dead next turn. This isn't from Innistrad, no. This is from the bad set. What's the name of the bad set? So this means we actually do get to go infinite. So my opponent needs to have a way to kill Gretchen here. Dungeons and Dragons, thank you. So they will need another Pact of Negation and another Angel's Grace. That would be a way that I die. What is this? Remand? Snapcaster Pact. Okay. Do they really have another Angel's Grace here? All right. All right. I respect the junk. I respect the junk. We got 2 more turns. So if we draw Gretchen, we win. So Gretchen of the top wins. Titania of the top would be very good as well. That is nothing. Two, 4, 7. Means we go to 2. We have Suranor, so we're not dead to Bolt. If I just played against this, 3 red packs turn 1. Yeah. My opponent's deck is really, really janky, but I love it. I mean, so is my deck though, right? So... All right. Gretchen for the win. Gretchen for the win. Right on time, Veil of Summer. Right on time, Veil of Summer. Yeah, there's just too much damage. Brutal. We had outs though. We had a bunch of outs. Even Walking Ballista would have been pretty sweet. Would have been able to ping, ping, ping. Anyway, see you in the next round. All right, here we go. We're on number 3. So this is already a mulligan. Also, my mana is bad. I'm just gonna ship it. This is better. This is indeed better. Good thing they didn't print a white pact. Yeah. Who knows? Opponent moves to 5, which is a little bit scary because, you know, Belcher is a deck now. Urza's Power Plant. Okay, so they're gonna have Tron on turn 3. Can I outrace this? I feel like I really have to get this going. So we're gonna activate, crack, breeding pool. For flagstones. That's gonna ramp me a little bit. Crack here. We're definitely gonna need to draw an amulet ASAP. Play this out. Fetch for basic forest. Play reclaimer. Say go. Probably gonna get a saga this turn. Opponent finishes Tron here. And they have Ugin. Fuck. God damn it. So at least Ugin does not interact with... So we can go get Amulet. Okay. Okay. So we... make a token. Go find Amulet. Growth Chamber to Fairy. Draw a card. Probably gonna have to prismatic ending the expedition map. So I can't play Teferi actually, never mind. So get Amulet. Training Grounds. Green, green. I'm gonna need a second Amulet to be able to do anything here, so... And I think I go for Teferi minus instead of killing the expedition map. Because it draws me a card, and it effectively does the same thing, because it prevents my opponent from netting mana. And now next turn, I can go get second Amulet, play Training Grounds, and then go Infinite with Gretchen. Because we're going to have Grounds plus double Amulet, so... So if my opponent doesn't like Karn minus on my Amulet or something like that, we should be good to go here. That's fine. Play a Wormcoil. Play a Wormcoil. How could I ever beat a Wormcoil, right? My opponent can't see me twitching there, but... At least I can force them to blow up their own Ugin, so... Yeah. Seen enough. Okay, so... we want Raminap, we want Ghost Quarter, we want Python Needle. Don't think we want the Fairy. Also, at least that's kind of medium. Shadow Sphere is also a little bit medium. Okay. So turn 1 amulet. That's 6 lands below average. Yeah, that's some accurate math there. Siklawi. So let's go turn 1 island. I think I'm just gonna play this Gretchen for value. I mean, not like I have too much of a choice, right? Prismatic ending? No prismatic ending. So second amulet wins. Second amulet wins. Oh, I should have drawn a card, then played my land. That was a mistake. That was a pretty bad mistake, actually. We may be very punished for this. Oh, come on. You have... I mean, I can't... Sure, if they have Natty Tron, yeah, they have Natty Tron. Fuck. That sucks. But I can't even go squatter here. So we're just gonna pass. Yeah, missing on that draw was a big deal. But they can't really let me untap with this Gretchen because I'm just drawing cards for free, right? Okay. There's a 2-mana creature that costs blue-green, which has the same text as Training Ground. It will make your finale get another Training Ground effect. Random up this good with 4 Saga, 4 Amulet, and 4 Grounds. Yeah, the thing is that the difference between 1 and 2 mana, it's kind of a big deal. And, you know, it's harder to interact with, what's his name, with an enchantment than with a creature. It's possible it's worth it. What's the name of that creature? Parole? Do you know what's the name of that creature? Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Just play it as a one-off. That sucks. They should upkeep name Gretchen here. Yeah, so now I can actually win here. Imagine not playing around the Titania, right? Imagine not playing around the Titania. Do you want to crack that? Gonna go squatter again. Blow that up. So my opponent can no stone, but that blows up their entire board as well. Biomancer's Familiar. Okay. Put that as a one-off. See what happens. Okay, what happened here? Opponent's minusing. See what they minus for Ensnare Bridge. Sure. They should be activating Map on Gretchen. So now if we find an amulet, we actually win? Either amulet or training grounds straight up win the game. I'm trying to think whether I should activate Gretchen before that, and I don't think I do. I could activate Gretchen. Activate Gretchen. Because I can't go get Raminap this turn. Yeah, but I think I do activate Gretchen because it digs me one card deeper and I can play the land anyway, so... If I find an amulet or the other, or training grounds, we actually... this is better for me. And I guess having access to Biomancer's Familiar would have won me this game. Yeah, like this. I mean, this is why I'm playing the deck right now, right? Finale on X equals 1 to kill Karn. How does finale on X equals 1 kill Karn? Attack with Gretchen to show dominance. Now that's a play I can get behind, you know? I think I activate. Looking for an amulet or training ground again. We get one more look, although at this point this is just not lethal anymore. That's a whiskey. Training grounds makes this cost 2 mana, which means that Growth Chamber just goes infinite. Because I have Amulet of Vigor. Yeah, I mean, it feels like this league we have run into a couple of issues, right? Like, and this is, you know, this is my first league with the deck, so this is what we're trying to do. Like, I think that having access to the first Biomancer Familiar is going to be a good idea. I think that that's a fantastic card to have in the sideboard. And I also think that either Outland Liberator or Reclamation Sage or Knight of Autumn would be a good addition as well. So those are the cards that I'm kind of looking at right now. Wormcoil Engine. I mean, this has to force the issue because this is lethal otherwise. Obi-Wan, episode 3. Thank you for the 2-1 sub, coming back 10 months. This deck looks spicy. Hell yeah, it is. I mean, this kills you, opponent, so you're gonna have to crack that. Which kills your Karn, kills this, and kills this. So what are we gonna do here? Do we hold on to this or do we play it out? Like, I think I'm playing Reclaimer and both Gretchens, but... Well, I mean, I guess I'm gonna play Reclaimer, so I'm just gonna develop my mana. So... Reclaimer... Gretchen... Say go. Yeah, she's legendary. Can't play two of them. Really want to dodge one of the big things. That's the big thing that we can beat very easily, though. Suran Orb. So... I kind of want to go get Excavator. And I think I'm killing the Sanctum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're killing the Sanctum. Pass the turn. Cycle Wilt. Damn it. We grinding. What about Trinket Mage as a one-off? No, I don't think we want that. Okay. What does my opponent want to do over there? So, Temple Garden. Did I cut the... Yeah, I cut the Triumph, so we only have... I don't think that we have any... Oh, we still have one Temple Garden, but I guess that my Reclaimer's dying here, so I'm just gonna go for Saga. I could have gone for the other thingy, the bounce land, but well, I knew that I was gonna draw bounce land, so no. Just having access to this expedition map means that I have access to the bounce land already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could go Amulet and then Finale for Titania. With the Suran over my hand, this is probably a good idea. And it's better than making a Saga token. Good close quarter. Pass the turn. Can't liberate it. Got it, Chief. What do we kill? And if they go to kill Titania, we actually win. Because I just go get second Amulet and we just go infinite and kill them. This deck is fantastic, man. Oh, I love this deck. This is kind of incredible. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, my Titania's dead. Activate. Yep, play that one. Activate. Play that one. Okay, so now I'm actually netting mana with every loop because of the training grounds. I'm also saving clicks, so this is just insane value. I guess we're doing this, opponent. Okay. There's the Oracle. This is very funny. All right, so this is actually just lethal, so I'm just going to stop the recording here. All right, we finally got there. Drew our entire deck, play our fastest Oracle, won the game. Game number 3. What do we got here? I think this is fine. I kind of want to bring the Triumph back now that I know that my opponent is playing a Baby Karn, because we can potentially ending a Baby Karn. So let's do that. Yeah, that's true, right? Like how many O stones did we go through? Was it 3? Did we actually grind through 3 Oblivion stones? Because that's pretty sick. Definitely playing out the grounds. And this is a turn 3 kill? This is a turn 3 kill? I tapped it away assuming you had lost the game at 2 different points. Not on my watch. Urza's power plant. Alright, opponent, what are you gonna do with all that stuff that you get going on over there? No, Amulet, no, because I can actually activate Reclaimer right here. I can actually activate Elvish Reclaimer right now. An opponent, thankfully for me, going for the incorrect play. You'll love to see it. Sure. So they do this here. I play Amulet. I can't net mana. Can't net mana. Which makes things a little bit awkward. If I fetch an Ancient Tomb, that's what my opponent is gonna coding in my upkeep, so that doesn't really do anything. Opponent tick down, yeah. But my opponent's gonna upkeep activate on something. We probably have to go squatter them. That means the Masaga dies. Actually, I don't have to go squatter them, I don't think. Because if they spend their turn like minus Incarn to go get something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just I don't have enough stuff to win, right? If I go squatter, I just don't have enough lands to actually win on the following turn, so I just have to hope that it works out, which it didn't, but I think it's correct for me to just cross my fingers and hope it works out. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. That sucks. Like, I really needed to draw something impactful here, right? And this is effectively a mulligan. This is effectively like skipping my draw step, which really sucks. Next game, rough on time. This is game 3. there is no there's no such thing as a next game. We do have more than enough game to more than enough time to actually win this, but okay, now we don't. Okay. We got there. We got. Yeah, my opponent had exactly enough interaction in order to get us, which is unfortunate. See you next round. All right, we're playing against the Lurrus deck here. I think I'm keeping this hand. It actually grinds pretty well. And if we ever get to play this Titania, we of course will win on the spot, so that's also pretty cool. Oh no, my amulet. So turn 3, I'm just gonna go Saga into Teferi, I think. Oh no. This is Titania's ultimate nemesis. I hate the Void Walker. Walking in that void. All voidy and stuff, you know? Oh, please Prismatic Ending this. That's so much worse for me than them Prismatic Ending that. Big yikes. Well, I guess we just gotta dodge one more turn. Oh no, they have the Void Walker, never mind. Somebody suggested a deck like this one in my Discord, and then I just kind of went with it. I made a couple of changes, cut the bad cards, throw good cards in there, and this is what I came up with. Don't bolt me, please. Damn it. How do you dare have the lightning bolt? How do you dare having the lightning bolt? Oh, they have terminate? Or they just don't have it? Oh. Okay. So they just fetch shocked for no reason. Now they get to play their own Teferi, which is pretty brutal. But then I get to play my Titania, so it's kind of fine. Do you have another Voidwalker opponent? Sadness. The most pure sadness. The most pure sadness. Damn it. Honestly though, second Voidwalker, come on. Come on, you know? Just give me a break. Can we please see a prismatic ending? I mean, it's basically a prismatic ending if you think about it, right? Not that we have many options here. This, at least when I chump the Turok, it allows me to gain some life. Because I don't think that playing Titania is the way to go. Not while there's a Dothy in play. Does their deck play an Earth? I don't think so. But I also don't think that they should play an Earth. They should just play, you know, cards that do stuff instead. An Earth always just underperforms. So I think we want to minimize on the combo because it's going to be really, really hard to pull it off. And we want to try to out mid-range their stuff. Gracer lines up well against monkeys. I'm going to keep the monkey. I'm going to keep the Gracer. We just cut training grounds entirely. Maybe. I think Ballista is probably okay, actually. Probably better than Teferi. No, Finale is fine. Like, we have a bunch of Haymakers now, right? I could cut his Saga, though. Ugh. Oh, cut the Oracle. Yeah, you're 100% right. I should have cut the Oracle. If we go to game number 3, I'm going to cut the Oracle. No, someone mentioned this earlier, but would it be worth running one Sejiri step for the heavy interaction deck? No. If you ever think that running Sejiri step is correct, you're wrong. Sejiri step is just a bad card. You should never, ever, ever run it in your deck. Unless you are protecting 2020s that will win the game literally on the spot, and you're playing crop rotation as well. If those conditions are not met, you should not be playing Sejiri step, period. Yeah. It's a suggestion that I get really often. But that is often by people who, got by it in Legacy, like really a long time ago, and they were like, "Oh, this is insane" or anything. Gracias. But in practice, it just doesn't come across in Modern the same way. Like it just doesn't transfer in the same fashion. These are some truly garbage draws. Pretty impressive, if I'm being honest. Pretty impressive. We're talking about the higher end of garbage here. So unless we're going to have a 3-4 Reclaimer, which is nice, and there's nothing my opponent can do about it, which is also nice. I guess they can Kaya's Guile, which is not nice. Let's go get the other Flagstones and tap. Ugh. Well... I think I want to fetch land here. And then pass the turn. Okay. Okay. So we got a bunch of really good draws here. We have Torak. Well, that actually doesn't do anything. Looking for prismatic ending. So this is not looking good at all. Not looking good at all. Well, it's looking good now. It is looking a lot better right now. Fetch for island. That dies. Fetch for that. Play a chump blocker. Cut on top. No. Pass. Next turn we're gonna get to draw some cards, we're gonna get to do some stuff. Which is not the worst. We kind of really need like another tracker. I guess Titania is what we need. Why are they not putting Lurrus in their hand? I sack this, get a bounce land. I think we can kill that. Spend 2 mana to get a bounce land, back to hand, 2 mana. 2 mana, 2 mana. That's 3, that's not enough. So I guess I'm gonna crack a clue. Crack another clue. Play this thing. Pass the turn. Guess I'm gonna try to double block this thing. Oh, they have something. Jeskai. That's really bad for us. That is outstandingly bad for us. Second Amulet, maybe? Prismatic Ending. Okay. So ending that. Play this. 2 mana to crack map. Fine. I think we're just finding another saga here. They have nothing in their graveyard that matters, so we're just gonna find another saga. Play Gracer. Play the other saga. And I think we're just gonna make it 2/2 Ballista. Lurrus into Moon. It's exiled. They can't do anything. Not bad. Not a bad draw. 2 to activate, 2 to activate. So we died to bolt. I could have equipped onto the Shadow Spear. That is 1 less Saga token. So I'm not about that life. Make a token. We will block first and then I make another token. So this is gonna get destroyed. This is gonna become a 3/3. So I have to ping 1 and then ping face. And now I get to trade with this thing. They get to redeploy Lurrus here, but they don't really get to do anything with it. And now my tokens are going to be humongous. Humongous token number 1. Humongous token number 2. Amulet. And I think we're gonna get. Oh, I should have gotten Sewer Orb first, so I could have gained 2 life. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I guess I'm playing out the Amulet here instead of equipping the Shadow Spear. And this is so the Turek doesn't make me discard the Amulet. Another chump blocking next turn. Yeah, that's a whiff. You got a Torak. I did miss out on 2 life for no reason though, which is obviously not great. One, two, three, four. Did I bring in... I did not bring in Raminap. Feels bad, man. We're one short of getting back Titania. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could get a Gretchen? Or I could get a Reclaimer. Oops. There's no real point in attacking with the other construct because they can just chomp and then they cast the Torak again. I think I'm going for Gretchen here. I could just go for Reclaimer. Let's actually just go for Reclaimer. Like, we have Suranorb, so Suranorb makes it so I can turn this into a 3-4 at a moment's notice. This also means I have a ton of mana next turn because I can just sack anything and go get Bounce Land, and that represents 6 mana. Plus, I have a land drop, so that would be 10 mana. So if I find another Finale, I can actually just swing for Lethal, which is hilarious. Prismatic Ending, you got it. Now what? Are we out of sagas? There's one more saga. I guess Engineered Explosives. Got there. Nice Thought Seizes. Okay, so let's get Ramen up in there. Cut Thassa's Oracle. And I think that's fine. The ultimate amulet hand. Keep. It's pretty funny how this hand has a way to work around. Okay, I can also just draw that. That's acceptable. That is indeed acceptable. If they don't kill Reclaimer, I'm gonna say that I am above 60% to win this game. Never mind. Spoke too soon, spoke too soon. Never mind. Everything's great, everything's great. The swings in this game. The swings in this game. Funny enough, we can turn this into a 3/4 if we wanted to. We'll just need to sack a land. They didn't get a white source. I think that putting myself back a land is just too much, though. That's devastating. At least we don't lose the land because we can sack it to Reclaimer, but like it's pretty bad. I could go get a Growth Chamber. I don't think I want to, though. Just go get a Temple Garden. There's no reason at all to bog them. Why do you want to bog them? And this is why I hate this card so much. It's just bad. Like, it just doesn't do the stuff that you want it to do. It's just consistently disappointing. We're getting a Flagstone and sacking it for 2 life, another land search, the deck be worth it. No, it's not, because it doesn't work. There's a Dothy Voidwalker in play. Dothy Voidwalker gets in the way of your Flagstones. Your Flagstones don't get value. As long as there's this guy in play. That's why I was, you know, that's why I said that I hate this card. It's because it really gets us. So I think I'm going for... Bounce Land here, I think. Which is a way that I can generate mana. Ha. 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 I just need to put on more pressure here. This Voidwalker is... This Voidwalker is a lot. This Voidwalker really is a lot. At least they drew Discard Spell, which is perfect for me. Really have to find an answer to this. It really is a big deal for me to find an answer to the Dothy. It's not bad. So 3, play that first. Then play this. Then equip this. Then serve this. Blue-green. Has the turn. Yeah, the spear works out really well here, obviously. But we have Prismatic Ending and we have Walking Ballista. That's actually pretty good for me, because it sort of incentivizes my opponent to activate Dothy there. Looks like they're not going to. Now we're gonna bog. Save a lot of damage. Going in Growth Chamber. I mean, there isn't really anything else they can name that would make sense here. Can this deck run any companions? I don't think so. I mean, you can look at the deck list and let me know. Pretty sure they can't. Another one named Saga. Okay. Finale. Oh, I actually fucked this up. Oh, I actually made a mistake there. I should have activated Reclaimer first. Yeah, activate Reclaimer first, get Bounce Land. Yeah, this was bad. I missed on two mana, basically. Finale for 3. Probably not good enough. Finale for 1. I mean, next turn we're gonna Finale for Tracker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prismatic Ending the Gretchen. That's fine. We got another one ready to go, so. My life total does matter, however. Second Amulet would be a decent draw. Walking Ballista would be a decent draw. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Yeah, we just have to YOLO here. The good thing is that if we do find an amulet off the top, we actually just win the game. And I'm gonna leave up white mana because white mana allows me to prismatic ending. Soul God Lantern. Okay. So I can bog them now? Last card in hand is Lurrus. As is, we're going down to 1. But we have Surinor in play. No, I'm not going to Vegas, Magical. Yeah, Gretchen just as like a grind engine is kind of impressive. I mean, I can't block that, so I take it. White Affinity for 3, you could have Big Boot and a lot of cards. Because all of those cards are relevant when I'm just dying to Dothy and DRC in the air. I can Finale now. In fact, I can actually do a lot more than Finale right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kill this and kill this. Don't mind if I do. Finally, jeez. Okay, pass the turn. We got Lightning Bolt covered because we have Surinor. Reclaimer is going to become a 3/4. And now we win. Alright. Alright, it's official. This deck is sick. It is official. This deck is sick. Don't mind if I do. Is this good enough, opponent? Is this good enough for you? Are we gonna go for a timeout strategy? Is that what's up? Just gonna go for a classic timeout strategy. What a delightful way to end this game. Looks like this strategy actually worked, right? This strategy was to Surinor, suck that, play Titania. The strategy was to just like grind them down. All right, I'm kind of excited about this deck. I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of excited about this deck. All right. All right. I like what's going on here. I do like what's going on here. All right. So the redundant training grounds doesn't really do anything for me. But this is probably an okay hand to keep. It does a lot of nothing though. So I'm gonna really bank on this saga to take me home. We can play saga on 2. Okay. Okay. So Warlock from Twitch with the Prime sub coming back for 23 months. Many months. Thank you so much for that, Warlock. Yeah, the forces are like a card that I was considering, and maybe I just need them more than I thought I did, you know? It's possible that they should just be there. I don't know if I should... Maybe I could play like a force or 2, and... I was more worried about like control decks and stuff like that, but maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should be just more worried about, you know, Hammer and what's his name. But the Hammer is just so bad at interacting with us that I was expecting that I could just raise Hammer. Like, look at this hand, right? Like, my opponent can do whatever the hell they want, but if I find a Gretchen, it doesn't matter what they do. I just win. Like, straight up. There's nothing they can do about it, right? Even if they have removal, it's just not going to be enough to stop me from just killing them. But maybe it's just worth playing. Maybe I should just be cutting, I don't know, like the freaking like the Veil of Summer and stuff. Okay. So I'm probably gonna want to save the prismatic ending for the ending for a cranial plating. So I think we just chill on this for now. Like, I'm not gonna ending a Memnite, you know? Yeah, that's pretty good for them. No, this is not Hammer. They showed Jegantha. Yeah, I guess that's something that I would probably ending. Yeah, Ground's not working with Saga is very disappointing, right? Like, I thought when I saw when the person in my Discord suggested it, I'm like, wait, and then like I actually read that it says creatures, and that was very sad. If I spend this turn making a token's gonna be a 3/3. Keeps Memnite at bay. I think we go with this. Just make a Saga token. So Gretchen is lethal here. Gretchen is lethal because we have Amulet plus Grounds, and we can go find Expedition map. So Gretchen is actually lethal. We have to make sure that we are with the last trigger on the stack. We have to sack the Surin Orb, so we get that extra nice little 2 life, which is probably going to be quite important here. It's not a great attack unless they have Galvanic Blast, but I guess they can make a token and then Galvanic Blast. Yeah, I guess that's what's up. Okay, make a construct. TJ with the tier 1 sub coming back for 3 months. Thank you so much for that, TJ. Appreciate it. Welcome back to the Primetime Stronghold. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, so they indeed have the Galvanic Blast, which means that I'm taking 7 this turn. Gretchen off the top. Gretchen? Growth Chamber. So I think this means that I'm making a token. and sack this to orb. Up to 7. Getting sick on Amulet. Play Triome. And I'm just gonna kill the Construct token. Because my opponent can now go get their own thingy. Their own Shadow Spear. I guess Finale also kills them, so we have 8 draws that win the game on the spot at this point. We have 8 draws that win the game on the spot. Does one make me think about Kenrith? Not really, not really a commander player, so like they didn't, but sure. Yeah, there's the Shadow Spear, unsurprisingly. So I'm assuming that they're gonna suit up the Sojourner's Companion. They drew Galblast? Because that would kind of suck for me. Okay. We don't have to jump here. Just go down to 1. If their last card is Galvanic Blast, though. So their last card could be Galvanic Blast. And I'm not winning through combat, right? Like, I'm not winning through damage because I can't really get through this construct. So I think I'm just gonna chump here. Yeah, I'm just gonna chump here, and I'm gonna allow myself to draw either Gretchen or the other thing for the win. Okay, so it's a land. They didn't have the thing. Make a token. That's a 4/4/5/5. Equip Shadow Spear. We chump here. I guess we technically have one more draw step. We technically have one more draw step. Oh, I forgot to gain 2. Yeah, I forgot to sack to gain 2. That was a pretty bad mistake, actually. Would be dead if they had blast either way. No, that's just not true, because I can sack my lands. No, because I can combo in response if they had God Blast. Like, I can just combo off with the God Blast on the stack. I guess not if my opponent waits until I play out this thing. Okay, so I do have one more draw step here. And again, any of those... Oh no, I guess I don't. What, do I? I guess I don't, huh? Because now I don't have enough lands. So I'm taking 8. I'm at a virtual 11, 8, 9, 10, 15. But at this point, Gretchen just doesn't do it, right? Oh no, yeah, because I have the grounds. So I guess technically... Right? We take... This is 14. So we take 8, 9, 10, 15. And we are right now At a virtual 13. So we can sack all of our lands. Am I doing this math correctly? On 13, take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I think I have to sack all of my lands. But if I draw Gretchen, I'm still fine. If I draw Gretchen, I have exactly enough to go off. So now I need to top deck exactly Gretchen. Gretchen for the win. Gretchen for the win. Because now we would have been able to play Growth Chamber, it untap twice, play Gretchen, and Gretchen activation only costs me 2. So we actually would have been able to go infinite from this with no lands in play, which is pretty funny. Okay. Pretty rough. So this definitely seems like a matchup that I will want to... this definitely feels like a matchup where I will want to make sure that I'm comboing them off. Like I need to have the possibility of comboing them off. So I want all of my combo pieces, and I don't think I care about any of these other cards. Time Ravelers are kind of awkward. They're not horrible, but they're just a little bit awkward. Ghost Quarter, this is not the affinities of yore, right? Like my opponent's not playing Inkmoth, Nexus, and Blinkmoth and stuff. Like Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything at all. Most of the lands are indestructible anyway. So this hand is missing an amulet. Probably gonna ship it. This hand's pretty good. Keep this. Play finale. Sorry, minus bottom finale, I mean. And here we're just gonna go. So we're just gonna go land go. And then next turn we're gonna go Saga plus Ending. No Bound Triumph. If only. If only we could leave that Band Triumph life. Kind of feel like my decks would be a lot better if Band Triumph were a thing. So let's go. I'm just gonna play Gretchen here now. Hurting Pool, say yes, because now I found the second copy. Now next turn I can go Saga into Amulet. Go. I can even Ending if I want to. And we're looking for second Amulet, we're looking for Expedition Map, we're looking for... what else? Those are kind of the main things. Okay. It's a fine target to get Prismatic Ending. Play that. Play this. Ending that bad boy. Do I think Gretchen is kawaii? I have no idea what that is. Kawaii, I know it's a keyboard brand. So do I think Gretchen plays the keyboards? I don't know. She probably plays the guitar. Like I would say that she probably, like the lute, you know? She probably plays the lute. Gets together with friends, you know, hangs out. They jam. Confirm not a weeb. Sad. I mean, if they're spending their turn to like make this unblockable, seems like a good deal to me. What's the D&D version of Wonderwall? I don't know. It's probably pretty lame. Yeah, let's make a construct. Next turn we get to, I guess we play Gretchen. Man, missing a lot of land drops here. Have not been able to hit land drop number 4. Have you tried this as a Lurrus deck, or is Titania and Teferi too good? I think that Titania is very good. Teferi, I don't know. One, two, three, four, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's get in there with one of these. Opponent bites. Okay. Definitely playing a slower game here. Ping there. Kill over there. Construct Torino dice. Just trying to keep what they're doing in check. This means that this turn they're just going to be spending. They're just going to be spending the turn. Maybe we should have attacked with this construct token as well. If we find second amulet, we don't win. Not just yet. Next turn we can play Titania, I guess. Oh no, they're just gonna name expedition map. This is a disaster. Oh, this is a disaster. Can we get a bounce land here? Can we get a bounce land one time? Next turn we get to draw 2. Next turn we do get to draw 2. I'm just gonna take 6 from this construct, dude. Oh, devastating. That's so good for them. That is so good for them, dude. Oh, their last 2 top decks have been insane. Jesus. Well, I guess I'm dead now. I thought I had time, but could not have been more wrong. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. doesn't really do anything at all for me. Bounce land? Dude, that Piting Needle and Expedition map. Insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. I think we're dead. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we're dead. I seen 100% sure that we're dead here. Okay, so what did we learn about the deck? It's actually surprisingly okay. So I think I want to add the Biomancer's Familiar. I think maybe some forces in the sideboard could be okay. And I definitely want to have something that blows up stuff that I can go get with Finale. So probably Outland Liberator. So I definitely want the extra Teferis. I think the Veils are going to be the ones to go. And maybe Raminab Excavator? Maybe Tireless Tracker? Probably either one of those, either Tracker or Excavator. But yeah, this deck seems like whenever we did our thing, it did not look half bad. It really did not look half bad. Like it felt like it was doing something. And very often we were in a spot where we were insanely far behind, but like against Affinity, like this very last match, like game 1, we had like 8 draws that literally just win on the spot. Like it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter what's going on. Like we just win on the spot. Cut Teferi. I literally just said how Teferi is great. I think Teferi is very good, so I'm not interested in cutting it. I think Teferi works out super well in this kind of deck, and also it's a card that it just lines up very well against the format. So definitely interested in keeping Teferi, particularly against the heavy interaction decks. I like the shell. Like I actually liked it a lot. But yeah, I think these changes are gonna help a lot. I think particularly Biomancers in the main deck. Like it felt like this was a thing to be doing. Why do I have Oracle? Because it's a way to win the game once you go off with Gretchen that doesn't require your opponent to untap, or that just doesn't care about what your opponent's board state or life total is. It just wins straight up. Why not just use Finale? Because you don't necessarily go infinite. Yeah, I know what the cards do, TJ, but like if your opponent has anything that, you know, they have Karn plus Ensnare Bridge, you can't do anything. If you like, it's just another way to win the game that doesn't care about your opponent, about what your opponent's doing. Put urine in and we'll have 20 fresh slots. Yeah, probably not. Seems really hard to put together the deck. But yeah, Finale being able to rebuy dead Gretchens is kind of cool though. I wonder if we should make room for Summoner's Pact. Like, you know, the same way that in the past we had like the all-in Druid deck and then we had like the grindy green-white Druid deck. I wonder if there's like a couple of different approaches that we can take to this deck where we have like an all-in version of the deck that just cuts all of this and just goes for like 4 Summoner's Pact kind of deal. And then we have like the more grindy version, and we can try both of those and kind of see what they look like. Because I do feel like if you want to go that route, at that point you're probably interested in just playing Lurrus here. So we can play Lurrus in the sideboard, and we can go for Summoner's Pact. Couple of those, and Eladamri's Call. So this is kind of another approach that we could take towards this deck. That's a lot more all-in though. So like we would really get got by like a main deck Piting Needle. Like we literally cannot beat a main deck Piting Needle, for example. So That's another option. That's another alternative, another angle that we can have for this deck. Which I'm not saying it's awful or anything like that. It's a lot more flaky. You have any how are we able? Yeah, I mean, you sure, like you have the 4 endings, but that's it, right? Maybe it's enough. Why do we play 8 parts of the creature, only 4 of the non-creature? I would make both 7, 8. Because right, training grounds and amulet gets why monsters familiar. Any use for Rallier? Not really. The sideboard also gets a little bit jankier because like we can't play this, we can't play this. It's not the end of the world, but in this version I would definitely be playing a couple of copies of Veil, at least 2 or 3. So Gretchen, ground, Lurrus. So yeah, this is another approach. This is another way that we can go about this. It's pretty cool. This deck is interesting. This deck is super interesting. It definitely has more legs than I originally gave it credit for. Like, I thought it was gonna be just a meme, but like, I feel like we lost a couple of matches because of our deck's construction being poor. And a lot of them we just, you know, got a little bit unlucky, but we need some kind of draw to find grounds, like an impulse effect. Well, like, there's Biomancer's Familiar, so like Finale and Call also get your impulse effect, your grounds effect. I don't think that we need more of that. In fact, it's possible that maybe we should be playing 2 copies of this card. Even Summoner's Pact gets it. Just kind of cool. Alright, sweet. So yeah, I'll definitely be working on this some more. Like, this was kind of fun. This was kind of a lot of fun. It was a long-ass league, though. This was a long league trying to figure out and trying to click through everything. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content, and if you don't, do it anyway. It's free. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.